This is a project on current issues for EADM 632 Regent University. The title of the project is Smart Boards, Pro and Con. Smart Boards Intro. Smart boards were first introduced in 1991. They have been given several names, including interactive whiteboard, electronic whiteboard, or smart board. They can be described as, in terms of technical aspect, as a touch-sensitive screen that works in conjunction with computer or a projector. Getting more and more widespread, not only in education but also in the business setting, and they have become a major trend in education, as well as the major policy of education. Smart boards pros. They create a whole class teaching. It's very effective, productive, and creative learning environment. Multimedia is used, and capability is very high in terms of other devices, in order for them to work with a smart board. Teachers, of course, have to be trained and knowledgeable how to use the smartboard and other components. They plan their lessons, and of course, it's more effective, more organized. Teachers could use Smart Exchange to upload their lessons that they created in Smart Notebook, or they could also use other teachers' lessons on Smart Exchange. And it facilitates reflective practices, whereas teachers understand how students learn, and they could get feedback on students' learning immediately. Smartboards' contributions to learning. Smartboards make learning very interesting. They motivate students by the use of visuals, auditory, and tactile learning. They enhance students' learning and make it more interactive. Students are engaged and they actively participate in the lessons. There are a lot of options to use hands-on applications and create interactions where students could come to the board and manipulate the objects, pick the correct answers, or sort objects into different groups. They grab students' attention, and the teachers could adapt and modify their lessons according to individual students' needs and differences. Teachers must be trained and use appropriate teaching strategies, methods, and techniques. And smartboards have been proven in research to increase students' learning in math, science, English, and social studies. Teacher attitudes to smart boards. Al-Karim cited in his research that teachers lack time and preparation to deal with the smart boards. They are unprepared to deal with the technical issues, and that turns them away from using smart boards. They also, once they learn a basic set of skills, they are not willing to extend and go above and beyond and learn other features as screen caption, or uploading different things into the smart board from the internet, and other capabilities of the smart board. Teachers unfortunately prefer teaching their traditional methods through those, and some of them do not think that the smart board will enhance students' learning and the knowledge in the subject area. Other limitations of the smart boards stem from their lack of skills from the teacher. When they experience technical issues, they tend to lose control of the class. Some of the teachers feel that they are spoon feeding the information to students, and in this regard, the students are not actively searching for information because the instructor is providing the answers to them. At the same time, teachers also were cited for underusing the smartboard, and the students know more about the smartboard use than they are, so they are not motivated to use the smartboard as they lack those skills. And another component is that teachers are not selecting appropriate software to use with the smartboard, or they are unaware how to use it. For example, PDF documents. And smartboards can create health and safety problems if the connections and cables are not secured. And the last negative is they are expensive, and the installation and training costs are very high for the school budgets. Smartboard attitude scale. The study was conducted by SAD, and it involved students in grades 4 through 8. Their views on smartboards in classes were researched, and 24 items were presented using qualitative techniques, and this scale was administered to 203 students. The study conducted by SAD also confirms the results by another study conducted by Terrell, and those both studies concluded that students have positive attitudes towards smartboards. Smartboards present and future. There have been modifications done on the smartboards. For example, Smartboard 8000 series is an interactive flat panel. It combines a premium touch experience with the power of smart notebook software, and it could come in different dimensions for the display. The highest one is 84-inch. The new generation smart boards will even be more versatile and interactive, allowing easy access, and they will have multiple applications for students to use. Sources. I accessed online databases such as ERIC, and I pulled peer-reviewed journal articles which were published in Computers and Education Journal. Two studies were conducted on student attitudes towards smartboards by Terrell and SAD. They examined studies from the UK, USA, and Australia. These studies were conducted in Turkey by Sayed and Terrell. Al-Karim, on the other hand, he examined success of interactive whiteboards in teaching in higher education. I feel that my research was thorough as I pulled articles from databases and from the internet. The findings were similar and had similar conclusions, although information from the internet, from blogs and forums, was not supported by the data. I analyzed the findings from the journals by dissecting tables and charts provided in the research. Data from student surveys conducted by Sayed and Terrell proves that students had positive attitudes towards use of smartboards in a classroom. I presented several contrary viewpoints, and they were based on research from Terrell, Sayed, and Al Karim. Information about future use of smartboards was addressed in my presentation. The smartboards will be modified and become more versatile, loaded with apps, and you will be able to rotate and move the smartboard to any place in your classroom. Applications for the future basically have no limit. The new smartboards will be able to work naturally by using touch and gestures to write and manipulate content. More than two people will be able to interact with content simultaneously. Students will be able to write in any application window, and students will be able to zoom, flick, and rotate objects easily. Also, smartboards will allow students to collaborate through smart meeting pro software and GoWire auto launch. GoWire auto launch allows any computer to quickly connect to the display. I used Keynote app on the iPad 3 and Vid editor to create my presentation, and then I also used Explain Everything app from the App Store to put it all together. I used them properly, but it took me several times to record my audio and video segments. This software and hardware were suggested by the instructor. I believe I have been innovative in searching for sources and assembling my presentation. From the administrator's point of view, I believe that administrators have to be the pioneers in terms of using technology and smartboards in the classroom. They have to motivate their teachers and also require their teachers to undergo an extensive professional development, because if we invest money in technology, we would like it to be used every day, and teachers need to be knowledgeable in order to help their students learn. Thank you. References. References. Continued.